The auditorium was cloaked in a veil of hushed anticipation, the air thick with an electric tension that crackled through the rows of alien students. Their multifaceted eyes, glimmering with hues of crimson and azure, were transfixed on the holographic display that dominated the front of the hall. A hush descended upon the gathered masses as the imposing figure of the professor strode to the lectern, their movements exuding an air of gravitas befitting the weight of the knowledge they were about to impart. Today's lesson was no mere academic exercise. It promised to unravel the enigma that had captivated and terrified the star-faring civilizations for eons, the Deathworlders. These enigmatic beings, forged in the crucible of a hostile and unforgiving planet, were the subject of equal parts, fascination and dread, their very existence a testament to the boundless resilience of life in the face of adversity. As the professor's gaze swept over the rapt audience, the weight of the impending revelation seemed to bear down upon them, a harbinger of the seismic shift in understanding that was about to unfold. With a flick of their appendage, the holographic display burst into vibrant life, and the lecture began, each word carrying the promise of shattering long-held beliefs and upending the very foundations of their cosmic perspective. The atmosphere was electric, charged with the promise of a paradigm-shifting revelation that would forever alter their perception of the universe and their place within it. Little did they know the truth they were about to uncover would strike at the very core of their identity, forging an inextricable link between their kind and the beings they had long feared and revered in equal measure. The sprawling metropolis of Zelaria Prime stood as a shining beacon of knowledge and enlightenment amidst the verdant jungles of the planet it called home. Here, the Zelarics, a highly advanced race of insectoid beings, had dedicated eons to the pursuit of understanding, their inquisitive minds ever seeking to unravel the mysteries that permeated the vast cosmos. At the heart of this bastion of learning lay the Xenological Academy, a towering spire of polished obsidian that pierced the canopy like a monolithic obelisk. It was within these hallowed halls that the greatest minds of the Zelaric civilization converged, their collective intellect focused on the study of the myriad life forms that populated the stars. On this particular cycle, the cavernous auditorium was abuzz with the excited murmurings of students, their voices blending into a melodic symphony of anticipation. For today's lecture promised to delve into the enigma that had long captured the imagination and stirred the deepest fears of their kind, the Deathworlders. These formidable beings hailed from a planet so hostile, so unforgiving, that its very name was synonymous with the grim specter of mortality. A world where every waking moment was a struggle for survival against the onslaught of lethal predators, toxic atmospheres, and cataclysmic forces that would have snuffed out lesser life forms without a second thought. Yet, the Deathworlders not only persevered in this harsh crucible, they thrived, their indomitable spirits honed to a razor's edge by the relentless onslaught of adversity. It was this very tenacity, this unwavering resilience in the face of overwhelming odds, that had earned them a reputation as both awe-inspiring and terrifying among the star-faring races. As the lecture commenced, the professor's words carried the weight of eons of accumulated knowledge, painting a vivid tapestry of the Deathworlders' existence. The students hung on every syllable, their minds wrapped with equal parts, fascination and trepidation. They learned of the extraordinary physiology of these beings, their bodies sculpted by the harshest of evolutionary pressures into living embodiments of strength and endurance. Muscles corded with the density of tempered steel, bones reinforced by nature's own alloys, and senses honed to a razor's edge. Every aspect of their biology was a testament to their species' unwavering will to overcome. Yet it was not merely their physical prowess that demanded awe and respect. It was the ingenuity of their technology, forged from the raw materials of their hostile world, that truly set them apart. Weapons capable of harnessing the fury of elemental forces, armor impervious to the most devastating of assaults, and vessels that could traverse the cosmos itself. The fruits of their labor spoke to an intellect as formidable as their physiques. As the professor delved deeper into the annals of the Deathworlders' history, a disquieting pattern began to emerge. These beings, it seemed, were not merely survivors. They were conquerors. their thirst for knowledge and dominion fueling an inexorable march across the stars. Their chronicles were awash with tales of conquest, both among their own kind and against those unfortunate enough to cross their path. Worlds were subjugated, civilizations toppled, and entire species reduced to footnotes in the grand tapestry of their expansion. It was a cycle of conflict that had played out time and again, each victory paving the way for the next, an endless spiral of conquest driven by an insatiable hunger for supremacy. The tension in the auditorium was palpable, a miasma of unease that hung heavy in the air as the truth of the Death Worlder's nature was laid bare. The Zelerics, a race that had long prided itself on its peaceful ways and scholarly pursuits, found themselves confronted with the stark reality of their cosmic brethren's seemingly unquenchable belligerence. Yet, even as the weight of this revelation threatened to crush their spirits, the professor's voice took on a grave tone, a harbinger of a truth more profound and more unsettling than any they could have imagined. A hush fell over the auditorium, the weight of anticipation pressing down upon the assembled students like a cosmic vice. The professor's words seemed to reverberate through the very fabric of reality itself as they unveiled the crux of their revelation, a truth so profoundly shocking that it threatened to shatter the foundations of everything the Xilerics thought they knew. Through an exhaustive analysis of genetic data spanning millennia, the professor intoned, their voice heavy with the gravity of their words. We have uncovered an inextricable link between our species and the Death Worlders. A ripple of disbelief coursed through the audience, their minds reeling at the implications of such a statement. The evidence is incontrovertible, the professor continued. Our genetic markers, though divergent after eons of separate evolution, share an unmistakable common origin. We are not merely cosmic brethren. We are distant cousins bound by the indelible thread of shared ancestry. The words hung in the air like a cosmic thunderclap, the weight of their meaning crashing down upon the students with the force of a stellar collision. How could they, a race so steeped in the pursuits of peace and enlightenment, be kin to these seeming harbingers of destruction? The very notion threatened to upend the core of their identity, casting doubt on everything they thought they knew about themselves and their place in the vast tapestry of existence. As the shockwave of this revelation reverberated through the auditorium, a cacophony of emotions erupted. Disbelief, confusion, and even a newfound sense of kinship with the very beings they had been taught to fear. Debates raged like wildfire as the students grappled with the evidence, dissecting it from every conceivable angle in a desperate bid to reconcile their ancestral connection with the stark differences between their cultures. In the eye of this maelstrom of existential turmoil, the professor stood resolute, a beacon of calm amidst the storm. With a gentle sweep of their appendage, they commanded the attention of the gathered masses, their words carrying the weight of eons of hard-won wisdom. Our kinship with the Death Worlders is not a burden to be borne, but a testament to the resilience of life itself, they proclaimed, their voice cutting through the chaos like a brilliant beam piercing the cosmic void. For in their unwavering spirit, their insatiable thirst for knowledge, and their tenacity in the face of adversity, we see the echoes of our own indomitable heritage. In the wake of the professor's words, the auditorium was gripped by a palpable shift, a cosmic sea change that rippled through the gathered masses. What had begun as an academic exercise in understanding a feared and reviled species had blossomed into a profound moment of self-discovery, forcing the Xilerics to confront the harsh truths that lay at the core of their own existence. As the initial shock began to subside, a newfound appreciation took root, an understanding that the qualities they had so long demonized in the Death Worlders were, in fact, echoes of their own indomitable spirit. The thirst for knowledge, the drive to push boundaries, the refusal to submit in the face of overwhelming adversity. These were not merely the hallmarks of a conquering force, but the very traits that had allowed their own civilization to flourish amidst the harsh realities of the cosmos. Slowly, the debates that had raged like wildfire began to cool, giving way to a more nuanced introspection. The students found themselves re-examining their preconceptions, their minds open to the possibility that the divide between their kind and the Death Worlders was not as vast as they had been led to believe. Whispers of kinship began to take root, a recognition that beneath the surface differences lay a shared heritage, a common thread that bound them across the vast expanse of time and space. The tales of conquest that had once filled them with dread took on a new light, each victory a testament to the indomitable spirit that flowed through their veins, a reminder of the boundless potential that lay within them all. As the lecture drew to a close, the professor's final words hung in the air like a cosmic benediction. Let this revelation be not a harbinger of fear, but a catalyst for understanding. For in embracing our shared lineage, we open ourselves to the possibility of unity, a future where our strengths are combined rather than pitted against one another. The students departed the auditorium that cycle, their minds awash in a sea of revelations, their perspectives forever altered. The path forward would be arduous, fraught with challenges that would test the very limits of their resolve. But in the depths of their beings, a newfound fire had been ignited, a burning desire to forge a destiny that transcended the boundaries of fear and mistrust, and to embrace the fullness of their ancestral heritage. In the cycles that followed, a profound transformation took root within the halls of the Xenological Academy. What had once been a bastion of detached study and clinical observation gave way to a renaissance of understanding, as the Xylurics turned their inquisitive minds inward, seeking to unravel the truth of their own cosmic origins. The revelation of their kinship with the Death Worlders had proven to be a cosmic crucible, one that had forged them anew, tempering their beings with a deeper appreciation for the indomitable spirit that flowed through their shared ancestral lineage. No longer were the tales of conquest and subjugation viewed through the lens of fear and disdain. Instead, they were celebrated as the mythic sagas of their distant kin, their victories echoing with the roar of a primordial will to persevere against all odds. As understanding took root, so too did a newfound sense of purpose. The Xylurics found themselves drawn to the stars, driven by an innate wanderlust that had long lain dormant within their beings. Their vessels ventured forth, not as harbingers of conquest, but as ambassadors of unity, seeking to forge bonds with the myriad civilizations that peppered the cosmos, including those descended from the very Death Worlders they had once so feared. In the grand cosmic dance that unfolded, old enmities were cast aside, giving way to a spirit of cooperation and mutual understanding. The formidable martial prowess of the Death Worlders, once viewed as a threat, became a bastion of defense, their unwavering resolve serving as a bulwark against the myriad perils that lurked in the depths of the unknown. In turn, the Xylurics offered their vast repositories of knowledge, their insights illuminating paths through the cosmic darkness, paving the way for new frontiers of exploration and discovery. As the cycles turned to eons, the once disparate strands of their ancestral lineage began to weave together, forming a tapestry of unity that spanned the vast expanse of the galaxy. Worlds once divided by fear and mistrust now stood as beacons of cooperation, their inhabitants united by a shared understanding of their cosmic heritage and a collective determination to embrace the boundless potential that lay before them. And in the heart of this celestial renaissance, the Xenological Academy stood as a shining testament to the power of knowledge, a reminder that true understanding is not merely the accumulation of facts, but a journey of self-discovery that transcends the boundaries of species, culture, and even time itself. If this tale of cosmic kinship and unity resonated with you, then we invite you to explore the vast tapestry of narratives that await within the HFY sci-fi universe. Join us as we traverse the boundless expanse of imagination, where the impossible becomes reality, and the divisions that once kept us apart give way to a spirit of unity that knows no boundaries. Share your thoughts and reactions in the comments below, and let your voice be heard in the grand cosmic chorus. For in embracing our shared narratives, we forge bonds that transcend the limitations of our physical forms, reminding us all that we are but threads in the grand tapestry of existence, woven together by the indelible strands of our ancestral heritage.